I wish someone would have told me it's on your head. Like, you are free to do whatever you want with it. It's very unique to us, and it's very like community thing.
The normalization of and depoliticization of black hair starts with us just wearing it, not for a political stance, but just because that's our natural state. When I started my natural hair journey, I didn't start it as a political stance. It just so happened that I had like two textures. I had my afro hair at the roots, and I just let it grow because I was wearing braids back to back. And then when I took them out, it was just crazy looking, and I was just like, okay, well, let me just cut it. It was not political, but it became political because of the black hair movement. It was actually a movement of revendication for the acceptance of natural hair. We should see black hair and afro textured hair specifically as just normal, and not make it such a political thing to wear. I think the more normal we make it to be, the less it's gonna be such a big change for each and every one of us for the people that are still on their natural hair journey to make this step and actually wear it out. Because what I've seen in a lot of my clients is that they have natural hair under their braids, but what scares them is how they're going to be perceived if they wear it out. In my boutique, I only offer black-owned and local products because I think we are the best people to know what our hair needs. So instead of going to like shops that are not owned by us, there's really like a hair products economy that we could create in using black-owned hair care products, because there's a wide range of these products that are offered, and people don't know about them, so they buy the more popular ones, which are not made for us. We don't have straight hair, so it's not going to work the same. Our scalp is different, so when we use these products that are not made for us, it actually creates more problem than it solves. I started doing hair when I went natural in 2016, if I remember well, and it was just by necessity. My mom, she still had relaxed hair, so I had to find a way. I had to find something. So I was like, okay, let me just learn. And just from there, I started doing my friends' hair, friends' braids, and it just went on from there. I just continued. It has been a very big blessing to be able to be the owner of a hair studio that really promotes hair care. It's also a question of confidence, especially for young black women, to be able to feel good. There's a bigger aspect than just aesthetics when it comes to black hair, and more specifically I would say African hairstyles, sub-Saharan African hairstyles. So I think I wanted to showcase that. I also wanted to elevate black hair to the rank of art.
One of the most interesting things I find about head wraps is that they are so diverse, and that around the world, the history of head wraps and how head wraps are being used continues to evolve. And so whether it's on the continent, in sub-Saharan Africa specifically, with the type of fabrics that I work with, or whether it's in the Caribbean or in North America, right in Montreal, head wraps are still being used, and their meanings are being remixed and shaped and molded, especially by a lot of young folks in the diaspora and on the African continent. And so that's really exciting that a flat piece of fabric can have so much meaning and history. Black women's hair and Black men's hair holds so much of our identity and our culture. And so that was one of the first things that was stripped away. And, then after later on, head wraps being imposed, to cover up, some exotic features and all that. And so it's very interesting that it's always been kind of this symbol of resistance, or the symbol of even of oppression and all that. And so there's just so much meaning into head wraps. And I think that's one of the most interesting things to converse with new customers. They're connecting with ancestors that, this fabric is shaped and molded with us across continents. It was really a personal journey for me why I started Urban Wrapper. I'd grown up in Montreal, a lot with my Haitian side of my family, but then moved later on during my adolescence to Peterborough, Ontario, a quite white town with my mom, as I'm biracial. and had to figure out a way to take care of my hair. I no longer had my aunties and cousins being able to do these amazing tsikuri and amazing protective styles in my hair. And so wrapping for me was both kind of a journey to take care of my hair, but also a journey to connect more with the Haitian side of my family as well. And in community and history, and even just learning more about diaspora communities in West Africa and all over Africa, depending on what fabric you're wearing, depending on how you're wrapping it, can mean, marital status, economic status, if someone has passed in the family, it can mean a variety of different things. There's different names for what a head wrap is. Of course, head wrap is just in English. And so, different tribes and different areas have different names for things. And so there's so much you can learn about head wraps, which I find is so exciting. It really is very personalized. And so I hope that when people receive a product, that they're like, this really passed through the hands of Camina. I really hope that they see that it is something that's really, locally made and based in Montreal. Some of our collections we actually have collaborated in Uganda, Benin, Senegal, where a lot of our fabric comes from as well. And so I hope they also feel this tie to something bigger than just that as well. And I hope they also feel proud to wear. I get a lot of questions, people hesitant to wear a head wrap or not knowing how to style it. And for me, it's like, as a young business owner, being able to embark on that journey with them for maybe their first wrap is super exciting and I'm super grateful. And I always get so excited when we do pop-ups or physical events and people, are wearing a head wrap for the first time and they're like, wow, I had no idea it would look like this. It looks so great. I hope that it also, inspires people to dive into more natural hairstyles as well and just learn more about their hair. There's so much knowledge that we've lost over the time. And so I think it's so important that people start really understanding their hair and being curious about their hair. And, Black hair textures are so diverse and incredible. The things that you can do with your hair are incredible. And so I really hope that, both women and men realize that and the potential of what their hair can be and do. It's been a key in liberation and self-expression and so many things that are integral to, Black communities. And so I hope that, Urban Wrapper can accompany them on this journey.
Women's idea of their own beauty is their hair, and when you have no control on what it's doing, it is so sad. And it's like in the morning you look and you're like, I've made the right decision, but have you? That's the actual question, have you? So I think it's because as I was going to my natural things and everything, I did put a lot of my confidence on my hair and how it looked and how it got presented to people. And I love getting compliments. Who doesn't like getting compliments, But most of the compliments I was getting was on my hair. So when I got locks, it was like, oh, why did you do that? Why did you do that? But I think as time goes by, I've come to a really natural state of myself. I don't have obviously there's a day you want to doll up and do your stuff, but I think it's I'm more comfy just being basically nothing, which is very nice because it's even if my hair doesn't look the way that I want in the morning, I don't feel as much pressure because I used to go into the bathroom every single morning after I'm out of the metro, go to the metro's bathroom and look at my hair to be sure that it's in the right shape or in the right way. And now I just don't have to do that anymore, and that's just so reassuring because it takes a weight out of your shoulders. With my natural hair, I had a lot of fun, and actually the locks was very a in the moment type of thing. I look online, I look at place that we're doing lock, and I told my mom I'm getting locks tomorrow. And she was like, okay, you can do that if you want. So it was very a spur of the moment thing. My idea was if I'm not getting locks, I'm shaving my head. So it was one or the other. It's I'm shaving my head, or I need something that's not gonna take as much of my time. So I wanted an exact number, 100, which was kind of crazy looking back. But so when I went to the hairstylist, I was like, can you give me exactly 100 locks, please? I beg of you. And she was like, I'll try. And I ended up with 72, which I'm very grateful for because now it doesn't take me 3 hours to retwist my hair. The transition was actually very easy because I think that since I was doing my hair almost every single day as a natural, when I could wake up and just spray my head with water and go out, it was just like, wow, that took 30 minutes of my life back to not doing my hair. So I think that's it. It's just getting out and not having to think about everything else connected to my hair. Like my hair is not the center of my day anymore, which is nice. So nice. Well, to the people who want to start the lock journey, do it now because you will regret it. Now I look back on my pictures in 2017 when I used to do small twists, and I was like, I wish I would just kept them, and now I would have locks for 4 years. So I wish I figured it out easily, faster or earlier. But you know what? Everything comes at its time.